company been in existence?
We've been in business for 40 years. We've been a supplier to the automotives as a tier 1, but we're kind of a quiet company that nobody really heard very much about. We just took on a lot of the hard projects.
So you joined this company?
I joined this company in August.
In
That's
August,
right.
yeah.
Yep.
So, okay.
Yep. So I had kind of a reputation for building extreme street machines and extreme off-road vehicles.
How is this pronounced?
VWerks?
Say that again?
VWerks?
Just VWerks, okay.
Yep, just VWerks.
And this is called what?
We call this the Recon. The body style is a JK-8. So we actually do the pickup conversion on a four-door Wrangler for Chrysler. We were the supplier of that package. Frankly, we do a lot of component parts for the automotives. We're the bumper supplier for Mopar. I mean, we do a lot of different things behind the scenes. So for us, it really isn't a departure. It's really a diversification. We just began to kind of talk about some of the things we're doing and begin to attach them to projects. For a machine like this is kind of a kiddie trail. We do a lot of really extreme stuff with these.
Well, I've seen some of the stuff on television. Some of the extreme stuff, yeah.
Yep. You'll have to double cut this one. Take it up as far as you can and just back up a little bit. There you go.
Should do it.
Yep. Yeah, this particular machine has been on some of the toughest trails in the United States. So there's a trail in Moab called Steel Bender that is appropriately named. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah,
Steel Bender got its name for all the equipment that it's attacked.
Is that it down in Canyonlands?
Yeah, it's actually in Moab. Right in Moab, Utah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's pretty country there, for sure.
It's absolutely gorgeous to crawl on the rocks. Yep. This is pretty cool too.
My wife and I rented a Jeep for the day out of Moab once. We were traveling with 3 dogs in we have a van conversion motorhome.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a lot of clearance, big truck tires.
Yeah.
We stuffed up the suspensions. But it's only, it's only 2-wheel drive. But if you're careful, you can go a lot of places. You certainly don't want to get on something that's too steep.
Yeah.
With just 2-wheel drive. But it does a nice job if you keep it within its limits. But we rented a Jeep for the day to do some off-roading out of there. We didn't do the Steel Bender stuff. But we had a good time.
Yep.
The 3 dogs didn't like it because they bounce.
Yeah.
We took it easy, but I think they've gone. Let's see.
Yeah, you're good.
We now volunteer as some fire lookouts sometimes during the summer in the Sequoia National Forest. And it's a miss not having a 4-wheel drive vehicle. We just don't have a big enough garage.
Yeah. that's when you get a double cut. So they post fire lookouts in certain pivotal times to.
Yeah, they still use fire lookouts. There's actually a non-profit group that helps maintain and support and man 3 of the lookouts in the Sequoia National Forest, just west around Kings Canyon National Park, and working with the Forest Service and the Kings Canyon National Park for one of them.
It's a pretty neat event. They do a lot of different events with this group.
Yeah, every year there's a 2-day track days out at the AAA Speedway, which used to be out in Fontana, and used to be called the California Speedway. And they use an infield track there about 1.5 miles long, and the manufacturers bring out their vehicles. A few of the people who modify cars like Hodges or whatever, but mainly OEM vehicles. Mainly high performance, but not all high performance vehicles, and you get to drive them. And so that's really good for comparing vehicles.
Thanks.
Being able to compare them back to back on the same situation
Same day,
is really quite nice. I mean, some were designed as more or less, some have a track bias in their design, and some have more comfortable vehicle for traveling bias, but with some track capabilities, or some are just ordinary sedans that are their high-end ones with some performance, and it is interesting. It's interesting to see how they do.
Or the place.
But it's really great because there's such a variety of really pretty good quality vehicles to pick from nowadays.
The industry's come a long way, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's the U.S. and all of them. And certain types of vehicles. I'll have to back up there too. I didn't start early enough. And they all have their
compromises.
Yeah, they all have their compromises. You have to decide what you want to use a vehicle for.
I think you're in neutral.
Downhill, didn't know the difference.
Yeah.
Right then. You could tell there was no engine
I could
braking.
feel. I was like, hey, wait a minute. Houston, we have a problem. No, it's come so far. It's just. I have people that ask me all the time, what would you recommend I buy? I said, drive and find the one you like. I said, they're all so good. Everybody's done such a credible job of caring about the quality of their workmanship now that really it's personal preference. You know, I can't remember the last time I was in a really bad vehicle, a poor quality vehicle. I'm sure they're out there, but
well, they don't last long nowadays. I mean, they just don't sell.
Yeah, people find out what's up and they decide to do something different.
So nobody can afford to put out a bad vehicle. It just won't last on the market.
Yeah. that little Waller.
Right.
It's a pretty nice little bulldozer.
Going?
Up and to the left.
To the
Yep.
left, yeah. I didn't get it turned fast enough.
Oh, you got it.
Think so?
I think so. Well, maybe a little regrip. There you go.
Big tires don't have any trouble digging in now.
No, and these are true bead locks, so you can air them down to about 5 psi. It's funny, I gave a talk here a couple years back at SEMA on, you know, the misnomer of the big tired vehicles in like the national parks and stuff. I said, in all honesty, the science behind this, I tread lighter when I air down a set of big tires. I do less environmental damage than a set of the narrow military tires we used to run, tear and rut everything up.
Right.
These new, like these crawler tires, are, you can't even tell that, you know, you've been through the area because it's like a track. It disperses so much of the load across such a big area. It's actually nicer to the trails.
So how many pounds do you have in these now?
We're running about 15. We didn't air them way down because we're not on rock, but.
So you carry, is there a compressor built?
Right behind you.
Oh, right here, yes. Okay.
Runs the lockers and everything's on board. The new ones we're building now have onboard welders, generators. So it's a completely self-sufficient system in terms of working on the vehicle out on the trails, but also from a campsite standpoint, you can plug right into your vehicle and run off your genset. They've come a long way, the old Wranglers. That's we're actually hoping with this one that some of the folks in the military sector sit up and take notice, because there really isn't anything in this wheelbase, in this width, that's available from a military standpoint. So. We think the Wrangler would be ideal.
So how do these do on the highway? I know it's not what it's designed for, but if you're driving from here to Moab.
I drive one every day.
Huh?
I drive one every day.
Yeah.
They're fabulous on the highway. I wouldn't recommend the 39 tires. I mean, I run them all the time, but I mean, they're expensive to run as a highway tire because you wear them out. But my stock Wrangler is 35 on a 4-inch lift. And it's built. It's been everywhere in the world. I mean, it's built for that. And that's my everyday vehicle. And when we go on vacation, that's what we take. When Chrysler went to the coil spring, it forever changed it. It took away that horrible kind of buckboard ride. No disrespect to the old CJ guys, but I like my JK a lot. It'd be hard pressed to get me out of it from a wheeling standpoint. I run Dana 44s with the upgrades in them. And there aren't many places on the planet I couldn't put that Jeep. You can get a circle around the foot and you back it in.
Going out?
Good deal.
Thank you very much.
It was awesome. It's great to meet you.